After a record-setting year with the Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews won the Hart Trophy for the NHL's most valuable player. He beat out Oilers center Connor McDavid and Rangers goalie Igor Shesterkin, who took home the Vezina Trophy. Matthews is just the third Maple Leafs player to win the award, the most recent being Ted Kennedy all the way back in 1955. The former #1 overall pick set the Maple Leafs franchise scoring record with 60 goals this season. It's the second year in a row he's led the league in goals. Matthews also tallied the most goals by an American-born player in NHL history this season. We welcome in now CBS Sports hockey analyst and former NHLer himself, Alan May, here with his reaction to these awards. Starting there with the big one, the Hart Trophy. Alan, did they get the right winner?
Well, they obviously did, because the Ted Lindsay Award is voted for the players and the Hart Trophy is voted for by the media. So when they both come together at the same time, they did. Even though Connor McDavid had 17 more points, I think what Matthews did all season long, he was the top of the goal scoring leaderboard. He came off of an injured wrist and he had a slow start. But as the season went on, he got better and better. His team were the benefactors of that during the regular season. I think it's the toughest market to play in is Toronto. There's so much media scrutiny, social media scrutiny. It's just all the way around tough. And for him to continue to push the pace the way he did, he was just dazzling all season long. And 60 goals is absolutely incredible. In today's day and age, with the way the game is called, with all the coaches, all the overcoaching and everything, this guy's talent rose to the top. And he was a nightly topic, a daily topic, you name it. He can score every kind of goal. He can skate around teams. He's got probably the sneakiest wrist shot we've ever seen in the history of the National Hockey League. It's very unique and very bizarre. And this American-born and raised player has done nothing but wow the National Hockey League since he's been in it. So I do believe the Hart Trophy, the Lindsay Trophy were well-deserved, and he's the right guy at the right time right now.
We heard his accolades and just how good he was this season. When you look at it, Alan, what do you think made him so special that he can move this forward?
Well, I think the biggest thing with Austin Matthews is he's a kid that grew up in a non-traditional hockey market. He started playing on plastic ice in a little tiny building in Phoenix, Arizona, and he was always hanging around. He's a rink rat, and eventually he got to play hockey, and his ascent has been, just phenomenal and astronomical at the same time. I look at this kid, and he absolutely loves the game. He's mesmerized by it. There's so much focus to be great, to be one of a kind. And he just continues to thrive and get better every season. He will go down when it's all said and done. If they can keep him with the Toronto Maple Leafs, I don't want to start any problems yet, but if they can keep him, he'll go down as the best Toronto Maple Leaf of all time. And if he wins a Stanley Cup while there, he'll be absolutely legendary, and he should never have to buy a meal, a drink, or anything in Ontario, let alone Toronto.
All right, well, moving on to the best goalie this regular season, Igor Shesterkin of the New York Rangers. In his second season as a regular starter, he led the league in goals against average and save percentage. Alan, what do you like about the way he played between the pipes this season?
Well, everything, absolutely everything. He was the reason the New York Rangers had such an incredible record. And, they're a very good team, not to slight them, but they're not a defensive team. And during the course of the regular season, he won them so many games that they should not have won. And you look at his numbers when you talk about the 207 goals against average, the 934 save percent average, but he was 36, 13 and 4. It's the wins that really make a goaltender. And I look at him, there were so many nights that team should have lost. He took away the bottom of the net, the top of the net, the middle of the net, and he just gives the team so much hope. And no matter what level of hockey you play in, from beginner, pro, collegiate, junior, amateur, whatever it is, you have to have a great goaltender. This guy right now is the best goaltender in hockey. Let me amend that. Right now, the right guy won the trophy. I still think that Andrei Vasilevsky is the heavyweight champ of the National Hockey League because of what he's doing in the playoffs. But during the regular season this year, you could argue those two were the two best goalies. And I look at Shesterkin. He just wows you every single night. There's so many times you think you have a goal or you're going to watch a goal, and he stops it. So he just comes up big. He's still young. He's got so much time left. And they go from Lundqvist to this guy. It just doesn't seem right, and it doesn't seem fair.
Well, Cale Makar is the winner of the Norris Trophy, going to the top defenseman in the league. And Alan, really, he is one of the reasons the Ads have made it this far. In the final, he recorded 2 goals in Game 2, and although they lost there in Game 3, he had an assist on both goals. What makes him so special to you?
Skating ability, and he's got the wow factor with everything he does. His skill set between the skating, the puck handling, the shot, the vision, you name it, he's got it. And all 10s. The skating's a 10, the passing's a 10, the shot's a 10, the hockey intellect is a 10, the compete is a 10. So when I look at him, this guy just continues to get better. And what we're seeing in the playoffs, this has kind of turned into an offenseman award. And he, Yossi, and Hedman were the 3 best this season. But this kid wows you every night. When you watch him play, it's just absolutely spectacular. The things that he pulls off, the spin moves, the fake shots, the peel-aways, the cuts around the net. So he's dazzling. But here in the playoffs, and this isn't a playoff award, and he will end up winning a playoff award here in about a week, is that he's shown that he can play really good in the defensive zone. So he's a very complete player. He's still so young in his career. He's been incredible since the first time he put on that Avalanche jersey. So when you think of him, you just think of the most offensive, dazzling defenseman in the National Hockey League. He could easily play center and tear it up. He'd probably lead the league in points if he was a forward and didn't have to worry about his own end. But just an absolutely spectacular player and came out of nowhere. And he's going to continue to rack up these awards.
We know he can't celebrate too hard. A very important Game 4 coming up on Wednesday. But the Calder Trophy is given to the best rookie, and this year it's Norris Trophy taking home the honor. A teammate described it saying it's not every day you see a defenseman like that come in and have the impact in the D zone and offensive zone. Alan, this kid really is just getting started at 21 years old.
Well, and he's a monster. He's 6'4", about 225 pounds. He came out of nowhere. The German-born player, he's got an incredible shot, the on-ice vision. But the thing that I think wowed everyone in the National Hockey League, whether it was the media, the fans, players, coaches, management, was how physical he is. This is the guy, the #1 player in the National Hockey League. When you go to hit him, he hits you back. And you can't knock him off his skates. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there. And he will never probably play in any other jersey than the Detroit Red Wings in the National Hockey League. And they're going to be a contender because this guy will win the Norris Trophy within the next 3 to 4 years. It's going to be him and Makar for the next 10 that we talk about. But he just does everything well. But it's more of a well-rounded game than Cale Makar. And they're almost the same age, but I just look at the size, the skating ability, the meanness, the toughness, the commitment. And as his team continues to build and add pieces, we're going to see it and hear a lot more about Moritz Seider.
All right, a lot to look forward to. Alan, we appreciate the time. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, again, let's get a look at the winners for this year's NHL Awards. A lot of big names on this list, but Austin Matthews taking home the 2022 Hart Trophy.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.